Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. If the body can get sick, it can also get well. It's about lifestyle. The choices we make every single day can and will determine the kind of health we're going to have tomorrow. And you don't have to be stuck where you are. We really can transition, and we really can make a great way if we understand. And that's what we have to do, is to focus. That's the key. And when it comes to fitness level, when it comes to exercise, eating better, feeling better, getting where you need to go, it's about putting the right things in so that your body can produce the right types of cells and your body can have the right level of functioning. That's a big key. Let's go to Pam on the phones. Hi, Pam.
I have a question in regards to hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's disease, and also wanted some information about how to keep a benign cyst.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's not too difficult. A benign cyst typically, and something you want to look at, I mean, again, when you're looking at thyroid, let's start there. Okay, with thyroid conditions, you got to look, number one, is the body deficient? That's what I want to know. Is the body have any deficiencies that might be there? It could be iodine, could be tyrosine, but there could be some different nutritional deficiencies that could be involved. And that's why, first and foremost, you want to look at lab work to find out if that's the case. I mean, if that's a possibility. And then the other piece that you want to look at, which is really important, is to understand where is the body in its functioning level, meaning that are the different hormone systems, are they working well? Are they working in unison? Is one system not working? Is it lacking? And another system working better? You have to figure that out as well. You have to understand, is the body in a place where it can really thrive? And when it comes to the thyroid, the growth hormone levels of the pituitary gland, which is the master gland, you need to know and understand, is it working right? I mean, is it really giving the body everything that it needs so that it can function? So getting the body into a place where it can really begin to thrive and begin to do well is a big piece of the equation. And that's where we like to start always. You get labs done, you figure out what the numbers are, and then you go from there. Now, again, any kind of benign cyst, if it's a lipoma, whatever it might be, usually cortisol is a culprit. The little fat cells can swell. They create a sebaceous cyst. It forms. And then again, more than anything, it's cosmetic and can be removed with surgery. But if it's benign like that, I mean, typically there's nothing you can do but remove it with surgery. That's a key. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Check us out on the web. Whatever you're struggling with, realize if the body can get sick, it can also get well. It's about lifestyle. That's the key. Every single day, it's about what we put inside of our body, what's coming out of our body, and how well we're functioning. So smoking is a hot topic. And I think every doctor in America and probably around the world would say that it's good to quit smoking, that it's a good option to be able to do that. But how do you quit? I mean, how do you really get in and quit doing that? Well, if you've decided to stop, that's great. But it's one of the best things you can do for your overall health. Quitting isn't easy, though. Nicotine, which is an addictive ingredient, of course, they say it's as addictive as heroin or cocaine, according to the American Cancer Society. The average person attempts to quit about 6 or 7 times before they actually succeed. But there's actually some steps you can take to set yourself up for success and actually kick the habit for good. Number one, you got to set a date. Now, this is pretty common, and these are some of the basic steps they have out there. But you got to pick a date, write it down, and put it somewhere where you can see it on a regular basis. Maybe it's a big project you have coming up, a birthday. Maybe it's something that's important to you, but you set a date and you set a deadline for it. That's number one. Number two, write down your reasons. You got to have reasons for why you're wanting to quit, not just because, well, it's a good idea or I know it's not good for me. It's got to be more than that. So the risk of cancer and heart attacks and lung disease and stroke and cataracts and all that all go up. The blood pressure that I have or whatever will go down. I'll look better. My skin will look more hydrated and less wrinkled. My teeth will look less yellow. My fingers won't be as stained with nicotine. I'll save money. I'll have more energy. I'll set a better example for my kids, my friends, and my family. I'll live longer. I mean, all these reasons need to be written down. And it's powerful to write these down so you can see it. It makes a big difference. You want to get your friends and family on board too. announce it. You know, when you're setting a goal like this of quitting smoking, tell the world, tell them that you're doing this. Don't keep it quiet and don't keep it into yourself. Let them know. I mean, keep them updated that this is something that you're doing so they can keep you accountable. So if you start to slack off, they can say, hey, wait a minute, aren't you supposed to be doing this? Yeah, you step back and say, you know, I am doing this. This is something that I am going to do. And you focus. You focus in and you do it. You get to a place where you've had enough and you don't want to deal with the cravings anymore. You don't want to feel like you're stuck and that you have to do this sort of thing. You want to get to a place where you win. And nobody can do this for you. That's the thing about smoking or anything with the dieting, eating, fitness, whatever it is. You have to make sure that somebody keeps you accountable, and that's why it's good to do that. You want to reward yourself. So that's another big one too. So when you hit a milestone, let's say it's been a month or 2 months or 3 months, reward yourself. Maybe it's a special dinner. Maybe it's a celebration with friends. Whatever it is, you want to reward yourself and get to a place where you're excited again. You know, get to a place where you're thriving again and you're not just barely making it. You want to talk to your doctor about cessation medications? You can, but see if you can do it without them. I mean, it's a Band-Aid. It can help, but you want to get to a place where you can really, really do it yourself. And you get your body balanced out, it can make a big difference. I've seen it time and time again. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Let's go to Mary. Hi, Mary.
Calling because a few years ago I woke up one morning and went to get out of bed because I was really nauseous and realized that my legs weren't working. So I thought it's because I was sick. You know, crawled to the bathroom, went back to bed. Woke up from a phone call that morning from my employers and employees saying, where are you at? You don't show up for work. And I was trying to talk to them, and they said, we think you've had a stroke. We're coming to get you, take you to the hospital. I ended up in the hospital for a week. They were unable to diagnose exactly what was wrong. They thought maybe it was Meniere's disease or MS, but none of the tests proved accurate for any of those things. My right eye had rapid eye movement that was shaking back and forth for about 6 weeks after until I finally fasted and prayed, and it went away. I still find myself losing my balance, getting really dizzy really easily, and really finding myself very fatigued, and I'm 41 years old. So I was wondering if you might have some answers for that.
Well, I think one of the big issues, especially when you're dealing with the stroke and the potential of it and what really is going on, is to wait it out. And if you clean up your diet, making sure that you're getting enough healthy fats, a lot of times not getting enough healthy fats can cause some pseudo-neurological issues or even some cardiovascular issues. Look at exercise as well. If they've cleared you for all that, and see how your body resolves with a healthier diet and exercise routine over about a 30-day period.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Give us a call or go to the website. Whatever you're struggling with, realize that the body can get sick. It can also get well. It's about lifestyle. It's about the choices we make every single day that determine the kind of health we're going to have. It's so key and it's so vital and it's so important. But you have to make sure you're doing the best that you can with what you have. Eating well, exercising, getting the right amount of rest, all of that matters. Stroke risk, they say, may persist longer than thought after childbirth. So the increased risk of having a stroke, other blood clotting issues might continue as well. But historically, about 6 weeks is the accepted time frame that we know of. So they found that the risk of blood clots remained higher than normal for twice as long than previously thought. But even though an elevated risk continues for longer than previously believed, then they looked in the study at the New England Journal of Medicine. Dr. Camel, who is a neurologist at the New York Presbyterian Hospital, is presenting a study recently about strokes. And just like prior studies, they found that the risk of blood clotting during the first 6 weeks after birth was linked to a higher stroke risk later on in the adult life. So doctors are now looking at women and men, and they're looking at the differences between the two. And also, if there's certain protocols that someone needs to be on as they get into their adult life to prevent that and to cut down on the risk of strokes. So again, strokes are a big deal, and we're seeing that on a normal basis, and we're seeing it on a kind of a higher basis with people that are dealing with strokes. And so anything we can do to help in that area will make a big difference on the preventative side. So that's something that we want to focus on as well. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open. Give us a call or go to the website. If you're looking for a lifestyle provider, someone in the area that believes the same way we do, just check out the website and you find someone help you along the way. That's what we do. Take you by the hand and teach you about living a better lifestyle, whether it's nutrition or fitness or getting the body where it needs to be. That makes the biggest difference. Let's go to the phones and talk to Linda. Hi, Linda.
I have a lot of reflex and problems. I wake up, I'm burning like somebody put gasoline and struck the match. And I was wondering, is there something that I can eat or something I can do that might help my heartburn?
Well, acid reflux and that sort of thing is extremely important. I mean, acid reflux can cause so many different issues, and we have to figure out one of the big issues is why the body's not breaking down proteins. We have to look at that. So the body gets into a situation where if you're not eating the right amount of or the right kinds of foods, meaning too many processed foods or too many of the processed carbohydrates, breads, pasta, cereals, crackers, all that kind of thing, if you're not getting the right kind of foods, then it can affect on the reflux side. So what do? Well, number one thing you want to focus on and to build on is to make sure that you're getting equal amounts of lean protein sources, chicken, fish, beef, or eggs, low glycemic carbohydrates in the form of fruits and vegetables, and your healthy fats like almonds, walnuts, cashews, and avocados. The reason being is because your healthy fats make a big difference. They lower a lot of the inflammation within the body, and they can cause the body to really work at a much better level. The other piece of this that we have to look at that's really important too is to maximize the different levels of nutrients that you're getting from supplements as well. Now, enzymes are really helpful. Hydrochloric acid is extremely beneficial. Matter of fact, that's one area that we want to look at on a regular basis is, are you getting enough? Is the body getting what it needs? That's a big key. So I would look at those two together and make sure that also, if you've never done the little apple cider vinegar test, it's a great test. Great test to see how your body's working and what level the body's working at. Because many times when your body's not producing enough of the hydrochloric acid, that's when you get the reflux. People think it's too much acid. A lot of times it's not enough. You're not breaking the proteins down very well. Then your body's not really having the ability to be able to support the overall digestion. And that becomes a real challenge. So I would look into that and keep us posted. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. If you haven't seen our new app, check it out. It's at the App Store. For your iPhone or iPad is the app. You can listen to the show, catch it from the day before all the way until we go live the next day. Common dental health issues. So when you go to the dentist, I mean, some people say, I just don't want to go to the dentist. But believe it or not, dental health plays a big role in our overall health. Matter of fact, a dentist can look at your gums and look inside your oral cavity, your mouth, and determine so much of what's going on within your overall health of your body. It's amazing. So here's some troublemakers that we want to steer clear of with dental type issues. Don't brush too hard, number one. Here, this is standard protocol in the American Dental Association. But brushing your teeth regularly is a part of good oral hygiene. We know that. But if you brush too vigorously and too hard, it can cause more harm than good. If you brush too hard, you can wear down the tooth enamel. It can irritate your gums and make your teeth very, very sensitive to cold and even cause a lot of the cavities. So you got to be really, really careful with that. Go easy, get soft bristles, and be cautious on that. Refrain from jaw clenching and tooth grinding. All right, if you're under a lot of stress, a lot of times you don't even know it. You're doing it late at night, sleeping. Be careful with really pushing down. It'll create these micro fractures. Now, crunching on ice, don't do that. All right. The ice cubes can really be hard and damage your teeth. They can crush through things. I mean, our teeth are strong, but it really is hard on the enamel. So, again, be cautious with that. Say no to soda. A lot of the carbonated drinks are bad for your teeth, too. They can tend to be very acidic. They wear down the enamel, and people don't realize that they're bathing their teeth in acid for about an hour every time you drink a soda. So be very, very careful with that sort of thing. And you want to boycott the nail biting. Very tough on the teeth. Coming up, we'll jump in. We've got some powerful superfoods you don't want to miss when we come back.
Are you ready to chow? It's time for Keto Chow. When it comes to eating healthy, the keto diet has become one of the nutrition leaders in optimizing health, losing unwanted weight, and reaching your health and wellness goals. No extravagant cooking, no long kitchen cleanup, and most importantly, especially for me, it's convenient. Just put quality Keto Chow powder in a bottle, add some heavy whipping cream or your favorite fat, a little water, and boom, shake it up and you're ready to chow. Keto Chow tastes amazing. So make Keto Chow easy for you and your family today with Keto Chow. Let's go chow. Visit Keto Chow online at ketochow.xyz. That's ketochow.xyz.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Check us out on the web. Now, if you don't really know, people say a lot of times, I talk about increasing your fats because it's good for hormone health, good for lowering inflammation. It's just good for overall health in general. People want to know, what do you do to transition that, to really get the body to work at a better level and, again, eat the right kind of fats? Let's talk about some of those. I mean, healthy fats are the ones that are monounsaturated fats, omega-3, 6s, and 9s. They do so much for the body. And I'm going to jump in and talk about some where you can actually get some healthy nutrients out of it, and it can make a difference. Number one is avocado. It is a staple. Matter of fact, spreading avocado on different foods can be just as good as butter or anything else. It's high in monounsaturated fat, heart healthy, can raise the HDL cholesterol, that's the good cholesterol, lowers the bad cholesterol. It is an absolute superfood, in my opinion. Olive oil is another good one, too, and grapeseed oil. It's a popular ingredient in a lot of salad dressings now, but you can bake with it, too. It's okay. 3/4 of a cup of olive oil or coconut oil or even grapeseed oil are all fantastic. They're really healthy and really good oil. So there's some options out there when it comes to adding in the right kind of fats. And when you increase the fats, you can make a big difference. It really can. It increases, I mean, we talk about heart disease, you talk about body fat loss, you talk about getting the body fit and trim. That's why the Mediterranean diet is so big on adding those healthy fats in, because it creates such a great environment for their overall health. Makes a big difference. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open. Give us a call or go to the website, Certain foods we definitely need to avoid. Remember, food can be our best medicine if we're getting the right kind of foods in on a regular basis. So what kind of foods should we use? What kind should we avoid? And what kind should we stay away from? So we're going to talk about that. So here's some foods I want to jump in just to hit to really maximize your health. Number one, I want you to be on the lookout for hydrogenated oils or partially hydrogenated oils would be number one. It's probably the top. I mean, these oils contain trans fats, which increase LDL cholesterol and lower HDL, the good cholesterol in the body. So it's really like a double whammy. Trans fats contribute to atherosclerosis, the buildup of cholesterol, and other substances inside the arteries, which can result in the narrowing or the blockage of the arteries. Atherosclerosis also increases the risk of stroke, heart attack, and heart disease. But because they help preserve food, they can make it last longer and look better on store shelves. That's the challenge. So for companies, it's a win because it helps them, keeps the shelf life. But for us, not so good. So typical 2,000 a day calorie a diet, max of about 20 calories. You got to be really, really careful to watch out for the hydrogenated oil. Now, a lot of times, remember, if there's a certain percentage of the trans fats in foods, the FDA says you don't have to put it on the label. So that's where you have to get smart, consumer smart, and you read the label and the ingredients. And if it says hydrogenated oil of any kind or partially hydrogenated oil of any kind, you can't eat it, can't use it, can't do it. Don't do it. Horrible for your health, horrible for the body. Got to be really, really careful with that. Sugar's another one, refined sugar. Look at the sugar on the labels. Look at the ingredients. I can't tell you how important it is to understand what's there, what's not there, and steering clear of it. High triglycerides and abdominal obesity, one of the number one risk factors and reasons that we get heart attack, stroke, and diabetes, metabolic syndrome, the whole 9 yards. So the refined sugars include table sugar, brown sugar, sucrose, fructose, high fructose corn syrup, and dextrose, among others, and they're found in a countless number of food items. So it's very difficult to cut out the high fructose corn syrup and other refined sugars, but it's important to do that for your long-term health. Very important. If you're going to opt to sweeten with something, use natural sugars. You can use maple syrup, molasses, and sugar in the raw instead. Another way to limit your sugar intake is to drink water instead of soda and other sweetened beverages. Don't shake and start reading because the salt consumption is linked to high blood pressure. And again, table salt is easy to avoid. Just don't use it. But you can use Celtic sea salt. It has incredible minerals in it, which is great for the food. Great for our overall body and food consumption. It's a great way to go. You don't have to be stuck and just be miserable. And you really can make a difference with your overall health. You just have to understand what to use, how to use it, and when to use it. 888-283-7272. Let's go to the phones and talk with Jim. Hi, Jim.
Trying to find out what kind of berries it is you eat for the balance.
Well, whenever you do berries and you're putting together your smoothies in the morning for any type of balanced type shake or balanced meal that you're working on, any of the berries are fine. So blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, they're all fantastic. Usually about a cup is good to put in your smoothies on a regular day. Shakes, as I call them, it's a great way to go. So a scoop of Daily Meal Complete, an organic meal replacement, which you can find at the website. It is fantastic. One of the best. Vitamins, minerals, nutrients, probiotics, enzymes. It's got everything. So I talk about the foundational four a lot. The whole food multivitamins, digestive enzymes, probiotics, and your fish oils, your omega-3 fats. It's important to get all of that in, and the Daily Meal Complete has all that. So you can go to the website, check that out. But at the end of the day, when you're looking at berries, they're all good. They all have great components in them that will really support your health in an amazing way. So you don't really have to pick and choose. Your body does quite well with it. Paprika is our food of the hour. So let's jump in and talk about that for a minute. So remember, food either brings health to the body or it takes health out of the body. The choices that we make every single day with our foods, they really do matter. So putting the right kind of foods in will yield the right kind of results and give us what we're looking for. So we have to have the right kind of nutrition to build the right kind of body. Okay, so paprika is a great tool to be able to do that. It's a spice that we can add so many times to our foods, but what exactly is it? Well, paprika is a spice that actually comes from red bell peppers and chili peppers, but without the heat. The herb is mainly used because of its savory, mellow flavor. It blends well with other spices, and it adds color, sweetness, and a slight warm taste to dishes. Been used for a long time. Matter of fact, paprika spice you can mix with garlic powder and onion powder and dried parsley, and it does very, very well. People do extremely well with this. The health benefits are pretty amazing. They're actually endless. Antibacterial, antioxidant, a lot of detoxifying properties with it. Pain relieving and energizing medicinal properties. Of course, the nutrients are loaded. Vitamin C, K, E, A, B, minerals such as calcium, zinc, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, iron. I mean, the list goes on and on. People who suffer with autoimmune conditions and inflammatory diseases can benefit from adding paprika to their daily diet. And so the anti-inflammatory properties it contains reduces swelling. Also, the spice can help relieve arthritis and other aches and pains in the body as well. So it's especially good for chicken noodle soup to help fight nasty colds or flus and get those away. It's also helpful in preventing and treating spider veins as well, because it contains properties in it that help strengthen the veins and blood vessels within the body. So it's pretty amazing. And the benefits, it's got some beauty benefits too. So anti-aging benefits are pretty amazing. So it helps keep you beautiful. The high levels of vitamin C, really, really good for the skin. They can brighten, tighten, and beautify the skin, cut down on wrinkles. Facial masks a lot of times include paprika along with a cucumber and tablespoon of raw honey. Mixing all that together can make a big difference. It does reduce a lot of the fine lines, the age spots, the sagging, and the dullness that we see in our skin, and can help. The bottom line for paprika overall, it's more than just a spice. I mean, it's really something that can beautify the body, help in the anti-aging process. And remember, it's such a powerful spice. You can add it to your food in so many different ways. Very easy to do, and you don't have to be stuck. You know, one of the big keys with it is that you can just kind of add it, and it makes a big difference. 888-283-7272. Lines are open with questions about your health. You give us a call or go to the website. Now, if you haven't got our app, it's in the App Store. Go to the website, and you can simply find the link there for the app. It's in the App Store, or you just go to the App Store, and that goes simply, you add it to your iPhone or your iPad. And the great thing about it is you can listen to the show from the day before, and you can also catch that and add it in, you know, if you miss something. There's a lot of people, one of the big complaints we get calls all the time. Hey, what did you say in the show yesterday? Catch it on the podcast, whatever you need to do. But it's a great way to really kind of understand what's happening with the show is the app. It's a great tool. Plus, you can ask questions right on the app. Comes right to us, and we can make it a part of the show. I'll answer it for you. So whatever you need, we got it for you. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Coming up, we're going to jump in. I want to tackle some topics on brain chemistry, and also, so you think about bipolar, depression, anxiety, all these different conditions that affect people in those kind of ways. We can really tackle with nutrition, lifestyle, exercise. All of these can make a big difference the way you feel. And if you can transition the way someone feels, it can make a big difference in their overall health. That's what we want to do here on the show. We're going to tackle that when we come back. Give us a call, 888-283-7272.
Did you know that you can listen to the ASA RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Connect with On Call Radio and watch On Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
Welcome back to the show. Our food for the day are raspberries. You like raspberries? I love them. Well, we talk about food all the time. Food is our best medicine. You know, the foods that we get straight from the ground are some of the best. I mean, obviously, you want to stay away from processed foods. And let me talk a little bit about berries. For example, a lot of people talk about organic versus non-organic foods. And one of the big misconceptions is you have to get organic or you're just not going to be healthy. But actually, they've done some studies, and although organic is obviously the better choice, they're finding that even certain frozen fruits and vegetables carry the same quality. Now, they have a lot of frozen organic, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, a lot of the berries, and they found that they're actually better than the fresh ones that you would get in the store. And they definitely will keep longer. So something to think about. And even if you can't get the organic kind, the frozen fresh berries or the frozen berries are actually really, really good, and they're great in smoothies. Obviously, they're going to make it a little bit cold, which is a good thing. But let's talk about raspberries, how the medicinal properties of it can actually transform our health. It has strong, what are called phytonutrients as antioxidants. They're antimicrobial and, of course, anti-carcinogenic. As an antioxidant food, it contains ellagic acid. Raspberries help prevent unwanted damage to cell membranes and other structures in the body by neutralizing what are called free radicals. Those are the components that give all the damage. The ellagic acid is not only a well-researched phytonutrient and a component of raspberries. However, the raspberry flavonoid content is also documented. And there's other substances like quercetin, camphanol, and also cyanin-based molecules called cyanin-3 glucosauride. And so these components are classified as anthocyanins. And they belong to a group of substances that give raspberries that red rich color. And also they help produce bacteria, fungi from the body. And also yeast-related infections can be very, very helpful. But the antioxidants, they provide powerful protection. The raspberries possess about 50% higher antioxidant activity than strawberries and 3 times that of kiwis, 10 times the antioxidant activity of tomatoes. And research shows that in the Netherlands, they published a study in a journal called Biofactors that the biggest contribution in raspberries to antioxidant capacity is the ellagic acid, and it can boost activity even more than 20% of that of vitamin C, which we know one of the strong components. But raspberries, for the most part, all the way around, whether frozen or fresh, are going to provide these benefits. So something to think about. If you don't add berries, one of the best things you can add, I think, to breakfast, along with maybe fresh goat's milk yogurt and even some omega-3 fatty acids, like a tablespoon of a good fish oil, like cod liver oil, makes a really quick breakfast. You can do it in less than 5 minutes and get out the door and have plenty of proteins, good carbohydrates, phytonutrients, and also your fatty acids. So much better than a big bagel or a bowl of Fruit Loops when you're walking out the door and a bunch of cow's milk. I mean, really? It's not hard to make better choices. And it's not hard to really make some choices that can impact your health in a great way. Gary in Atlanta, he writes, I'm 48. For the last few years, I've been living with a swollen prostate. I've had an exam just a couple of months ago, and my doctor says there's no danger of cancer. So what do you suggest, I can do to get the swelling down? Well, the main thing you want to do, obviously you've had a PSA blood test. Your doc's probably checked everything out. They're saying everything's okay. Everything's cool. Everything's kosher. And that's great, and that's dandy. But with the prostate, when it swells, there's several components you want to think about. Number one, you want to make sure you're getting plenty of zinc. Zinc's a big mineral for the prostate. Also, saw palmetto has really good research behind it as far as supporting the prostate gland. And then one more that really has come on strong is pumpkin seed oil. Pumpkin seed oil makes a big difference in overall prostate. A guy can have, a decently swollen prostate, and they've seen in research with this little combination, it come down. Now, beta-cytosterol is another component that's found in avocados. And my little adage is an avocado a day keeps prostate issues away. And it really does. Eating an avocado every single day, very beneficial. Guys, if you're over 40, you should be eating avocado every day just for prevention, making sure you're getting the right nutrients, because the prostate cancer is the one that will creep on us as we get older. And it is one you do not want to mess around with. That is for sure. 888-283-7272. Let's go to Patty. Hi, Patty.
I'm calling in regards to my brother and my sister-in-law. About a month ago, they were on they were in a serious motorcycle accident. My brother right now is just finally coming around. He was traced, and they're finally getting him to a place where he's off. But my concern is the fact that they have had him on so many sedatives, and they had him on the morphine, and I'm just looking to see if there's any way and anything I can get for him at this point that could detox him, because the effects from the morphine, I think, more or less has been really affecting his brain in a lot of ways. The way he's coming out of it, he's got a lot of short-term memory loss, and so basically, because I've been on morphine, and I know that at one point they had my homeopath had detoxed me, so I know that that's really important. What can I do? Basically, even just healing-wise with him, because it's just he's got a lot of a lot of different injuries.
To really walk through, yeah. The biggest thing you can do when somebody's recovering from a crash like that and dealing with medication, heavy medication for pain, is to just watch their diet. You don't want to mess with the pain medication at this point. Working on acetylcholine levels can be smart, so you might want to do some research on the brain chemistry and keeping acetylcholine balanced. It can help. But the pain cycle from healing and the recovery from that is a real challenge. I wouldn't veer from what the physician has him doing at this point. Now, maybe once it begins to wean and heal, there's a lot you can do from a natural perspective, but I would hang tight with where he is right now. Puts another hour in the chart. Go tell one person something you learned on this show, and together we can change the health of our friends, our families, and our community.
Did you know you could listen to the ASA RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the ASA RX audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.